Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet again another episode of the NordCast. It is Wednesday, November 1st, 2023. I think it's episode 39. I'm
39,
forgetting right
39,
now.
39.
All right, cool. I am your host, Nordic, here, feeling like complete garbage. I got a flu shot. I peed myself in my sleep, which was fun. And, I got to see my varsity team win. And I'm also joined here with Carter. How we doing, Carter?
We're doing good. The vibes are high, my knee is fucked, and that is all I have to say.
Sounds about right. We're gonna start off with the passing of Adam Johnson. We do want to say rest in peace to him. A horrible way. He took a skate blade to the neck and didn't die on the ice. But he died of the repercussions of that a few hours later. So I want to ask this question, Carter. Do you think that the NHL should implement neck protectors into the league? Because the WHL recently they just made it mandatory, and it looks like the people within the league are pushing for it to happen as well. So what do you
Yeah.
think?
I know that the Europe League that Adam Johnson was in, mandates it for the upcoming season, or maybe they put it in right away, but I know that they are pushing for that. I think that it's better to be safe than sorry. Like, that can happen
Yeah,
at any
I
point
agree.
in any time. There was a player, when the Jets kind of first came back, I think his name was Zach Redmond. In practice, he got, like, a skate to the back of the leg and completely cut his leg. Like, these are, like, skate blades are very dangerous to have, and just having that protection anywhere, even if you don't think it can get you there, like, you still want to have it. Like, guys wear cut resistant wrist guards here now. Like we saw what happened with Evander Kane last year, where he got the skate and cut him on the wrist. Like, these are things that can happen at any point in time. It's a fast game out there, so I think that using protection wherever you can is something that needs to be shown, and I think it's a great idea if the NHL pushes for it.
Yeah, I agree. And I also forgot to mention too, Jack is not here because he's sick. Almost
Mm.
forgot about Jack. That's my bad. But anyways, look, it's rare. It's a rare situation. It doesn't happen often. I'm not trying to downplay it at all, but it doesn't happen often. It doesn't. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't take the precautions to do it because you are taking a risk by not wearing it. I mean, it may be rare, but it's extremely possible for it to happen. So definitely, for Johnson, you want to. I think they should implement them. I heard that they were strongly encouraging them, but I don't think that means that they're going to all the players are going to wear them because they're uncomfortable. And I understand that, but something is that someone commented on my TikTok and when I made a video on it and said, you know what else is uncomfortable? Dying. So yeah, that's definitely an argument there. And again, it's rare, but it's a risk you really shouldn't take, especially if you can just get a neck protector that easily. So that's what I think. But
Hmm.
I know some people are against it. I mean, like I wouldn't really know how it would work. I mean, like I've never seen a neck protector on besides a goalie. Like, is it going to be the same as that? And additionally, too, are you going to have to get rid of visors then entirely if they're making that mandatory? Because it really doesn't make a lot of sense for your neck to be covered up, for your eyes to be covered up, but not your mouth. It's really strange for me, and I think that the NHL is going to have a lot of things to find out here if they do end up pushing for this, and I think they will. I think eventually they're going to cave in and say, yeah, we need to get rid of it. We need to apply it to everyone, but as of right now, it's not entirely too sure. So
Yeah, I think one argument that I kind of find, like, it's not stupid. Like, I completely understand, but the whole, like, uncomfortable part of it, like, you don't have to wear those big bulky neck guards. Like, if you just wear the cut resistant ones that are like compression around there, like, that helps a lot more than nothing at all.
yeah,
So
it goes to show that this is the most dangerous game on earth. No
yeah,
question.
like Patrick Line, he wears a turtleneck, like, to,
Yeah,
like,
he does actually.
protect
You're
his
right.
neck and everything. Like, Paul Byron, I'm pretty sure, wore one as well. But,
I think
like,
he did too. Yeah, you're right.
yeah, like, there's guys in the NHL who've worn neck protectors before, and it's nothing new to the NHL at all. But I think it's something that they got to take into account, and something that they got to have meetings about ASAP, because like this could happen at any point in time.
Yeah, I agree. I think the NHL needs to do something about it. Again, to wrap things up, rest in peace to Adam Johnson. I hope that his family's doing okay. And I also want to address Matt Petgrave. You really shouldn't be hating on him. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how Carter feels about it, but you really shouldn't be hating on the guy because it didn't look intentional to me. Like I think he was going for like a regular hit, and then one of the teammates got in the way, and he like lost his balance. His skate went up in the air, and I'm not trying to say it was like it was like the perfect like like swing, but like it kind of was like it was so perfect. It's like unfortunate if you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to like make it sound like it's good. It was like insane how like those events occurred. And I want to mention this too. Adam Johnson literally walked to the bench. He literally got up and walked to the bench. Just saying.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to go and like target other sports, but like the NFL, you have players getting walked off after they get a cramp and all that. The NBA is probably way worse as well. But the NHL, no, you take a skate to the throat, you literally just walk off the ice. That's what has happened. It's happened a few times before to Richard Zednick, who is not a well-known player, but it did happen to him. So I feel like it shows that hockey players are the toughest on earth. So anything to wrap it up, Carter?
I don't really have a whole heck of a lot, but I don't have much to comment on that entire thing because I never watched the video at all because I decided that I don't want to not sleep for the rest of my life, and yeah, I've heard from like numerous people who have seen it that it's not a good video to watch. So
yeah, it's very gruesome.
Yeah.
Like it shows like they had to evacuate the fans too. Like that's how bad it was. But
yeah,
regardless, we'll move on from that segment. Peter Rich Puck. For those who don't know, that is my high school hockey team. This is going to be fully me explaining it because Carter doesn't know Peter Rich Puck.
Yep.
Carter, do you know any players? You probably only know like what, Kevin Pico?
Kevin Pico. I know you got what's her name? You got like two people who have the same last name. I can't remember them.
Chowski, yeah.
Yeah,
at least
Jack Chelsky. I know that there's them. That's about it. That's all I got. I just know Kevin Pico, and that's about it.
That's fair enough. I will do a thing at the beginning, and I already said at the beginning that you can skip this part if you want. This is mainly for the people at Penn Ridge, not like the not people that watch like internationally because you don't know what Penn Ridge is. But today they played their first game, their home opener, and Peter Ridge won 7-3 over CR North. I thought it was a good game. All four lines I thought played pretty well. I do have a few concerns though. Defensively, we made some mistakes, and it did cost us a little bit. But obviously our offense outscored our problems. So, I think that that's a problem too, but as well as that too, penalties. They can't stay out of the box. And, that played a big factor tonight. But I like the team overall. I love the line of Browse, Shaw, and Gunning. That was a very entertaining line to watch tonight. Shaw had a goal. I really like the emergence of Shaw. He's played very well through these past couple of games in the scrimmage against Haverford and as well as that too in the tournament. He's looked solid. Obviously, Kevin and all of them have looked great, but that's without question. So, P. Ridge plays their next game next Wednesday against the Chamonix. Carter, you can come back now, and we'll just get into the NHL news. All right, so we have a few things we got to go over, and then I think we're just going to call it there because I am exhausted. As I mentioned, I got my flu shot, and I feel absolutely terrible right now, and it's kind of late at night right now, so we're just going to leave it at that. So, the news, we obviously talked about Adam Johnson. The Rangers' third jersey was leaked. Carter, what are your thoughts on this Rangers' third jersey? I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah, most of the Rangers jerseys are clean as hell. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if, off the top of my head, obviously, like, I'm not going through all their jerseys, but off the top of my head, I don't know if they have a bad-looking jersey. Like,
I agree.
all their jerseys look nice.
Yeah, I like this jersey. I wish that, though, like, the stripes on the arms, I wish they changed that to just, like, how the bottom looks, and then I think it looked good. But I think it's really solid. People hate it, but I really like it. I don't think it's that bad. Other news, Zach Cassian retired. Shane Pinto. Did we talk about Shane Pinto last week? What day was that? Did we?
It was Wednesday. I can't remember if we did. We might not have.
We did. We made a video. We did. You're right, because we recorded on Wednesday.
Okay.
Ottawa Senators. In other news for Ottawa, they are apparently losing a first-round pick for the Dadonov papers, and I think that basically, for those who don't know, basically Pierre Dorion didn't submit the no trade clause papers to Vegas, and Vegas was pushing for a penalty after the Dadonov trade got voided a few weeks ago, or about a year ago. And at first thing, I don't understand why Vegas would be pushing for this, because you have a goddamn Stanley Cup. Why do you need to push something like this? And second of all, it wasn't Andlauer that was even in office when that happened. I believe it was still Melnyk when the forms didn't get submitted. I know Melnyk passed away in 2022, but I believe he was still alive for that. So I don't know. I really don't understand it. But regardless, a thing that happened because of that is Pierre Dorion got fired by the Senators as the GM. Looks like Steve Staios is going to take over. And Andlauer said, quote, "We were negligent in nature, which set off a chain of events that embarrassed the league and pissed off 2 other hockey clubs. We are at fault for what happened." And he's holding Pierre accountable. I feel like, to be honest with you, I think they were just trying to find a reason for him to be fired. And I think that with the Dorian situation, that's what caused it. But yeah, do you have any thoughts on Dorian being fired?
No, I don't have a whole heck of a lot, but that whole Dadonov situation is definitely a dumb one that will undoubtedly go into the history books. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you're going to bring this up later, but that it's a first round pick in either the 2024, 25, or 26. They have to say within 24 hours of the lottery.
Yeah.
So that kind of sucks if they push for it for we're going to leave it for 2024, 2025, and then they're undoubtedly bad in 2026, and they have to forfeit that pick, and they end up getting the first overall, which would honestly suck for them, but it'd be hilarious.
I doubt it personally. I don't think the Sens will become that bad again. If they do, then that's insane. But obviously that is a factor there too. Other news before we wrap this up. Nicholas Backstrom is stepping away from the Washington Capitals due to his injury, and I kind of think this is it for him. He's been dealing with injuries for the past 1 to 2 years. I think this is it for him, and I think that it's an unfortunate end, but it is what it is for Backstrom. Charlie McAvoy was suspended 4 games for an illegal check to the head on Ekman Larson. If you've seen the clip, you would know that 4 games is the right suspension. Some people were saying more. Some people were saying that they should be at least 5 games, which is insane. But regardless, I've liked McAvoy's game a lot, and I think that he's looked good, but obviously it's going to be bad for Boston losing him for the next couple of weeks. And that's all I got. Carter, do you have anything else that we can talk about?
I mean, could we bring up the Anaheim Ducks, I guess?
Sure. Anaheim 4-0 on a road trip. They beat Philadelphia. They beat Pittsburgh. They played a few other teams, I think. They played
Boston.
2 other teams. I can't remember.
They beat the undefeated Boston Bruins.
Yeah, they look good. They look like they're on a hot streak right now, and hopefully that continues. Because I want to see Anaheim be good and make the playoffs. And a lot of people said, "Oh no, they're not making the playoffs." And I think that with the way they're playing through that road trip, I mean, they played a really good Bruins team. They played a decent at the time Flyers team, and then they played a kind of a mediocre Penguins team. But regardless, you want to go 4-0 on road trips like that, especially ones that are in the East Coast. Those ones can be very difficult to win games at.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely, I'm liking the direction that Anaheim's going in. And it looks like they've started to score a lot. Frank Vetrano been absolutely crazy. Zegras is starting to pick it up. Team's looking good right now.
Yeah, that second line for Anaheim is unreal. That line of, I think, is Strome on that second line? Because if so, Mason McTavish, if it is Ryan Strome, and Frank Vetrano, that is scary. And not to mention,
producing a lot.
Oh yeah, not to mention Leo Carlsson. He's looked unreal. He's looked like special.
I have Leo
Yeah,
Carlson in fantasy,
yeah.
so
This has
I'm feeling
been
pretty good right
Trevor's been slow, but
now. Yeah,
I think undoubtedly, I think we all expect Trevor Zegers to pick it up. Like so, yeah,
eventually he has to, right? At
he
some point.
should hopefully.
He has been getting benched for his bad defensive play, which I think is an issue. But
Hmm.
hopefully through the next couple of games, he'll pick it up and start playing really well.
Hmm.
Do you have anything else? Anything else we can talk about?
Jack Hughes,
Yeah, Jack Hughes. 18 points or like 20 points in like a
18
little less than
points
10
through
games.
8 games.
I know
Jesus
he's looked
Christ.
hot. And I've seen a lot of people say early on that he could be like a Hart candidate, and he really very well could be with McDavid injured. I do think that that's a possibility. I know McDavid played in the Heritage Classic. I'm not sure if the Whalers have played since then, but regardless, he's looked good as well. Speaking of which, Troy Terry just scored for Anaheim, 1-0 up on Arizona. I hope they do well, honestly. But yeah, Jack Hughes
Yeah.
looking good. You got anything else?
Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff, but Wall, the goalie for the rookie out of Toronto, he has been unreal.
Yeah, Joseph Wall. I've
Other
liked.
other than last night, but besides that, he has been unreal.
Yeah, I've liked Wall a lot. He's played well. Last night wasn't even really his fault either. I watched the game. He looked very solid, and I'm hoping that
Mm.
he can continue that for sure because I've always liked Wall. He's always played well in the playoffs. He's always played well in every game he's played. There were some Leaf fans that were talking to me saying that he's never had a bad game, which is pretty surreal for a goalie like him for sure. You got anything else? Probably the shortest episode of all time.
I
Yeah,
know.
we're gonna wrap it up
17
here.
more.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. Probably one of the shorter episodes. We'll definitely have a longer one next week, but I am so tired. I
Yeah.
cannot wait to land that bed next to me. So de- definitely
Oh,
can't
really?
wait for that. But anyways, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Hit that subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate it. Give us a good review. But shortest episode ever probably. But regardless, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.